United States presidential election, 1984. Abstract. Ronald Reagan. Republican. Ronald Reagan. Republican. The 1984 United States presidential election was the 50th quadrennial presidential election held on Tuesday, November 6, 1984. Incumbent Republican President Ronald Reagan defeated Democratic former Vice President Walter Mondale in a landslide victory. Reagan and George H.W. Bush faced only token opposition in their bid for renomination. Mondale faced a competitive field in his bid, defeating U.S. Senator Gary Hart, activist Jesse Jackson, and several other candidates in the 1984 Democratic primaries. He eventually chose U.S. Representative Geraldine Ferraro as his running mate, the first woman to be on a major party's presidential ticket. Reagan touted a strong economic recovery from the 1970s stagflation and the 19,811,982 recession, as well as the widespread perception that his presidency had overseen a revival of national confidence and prestige. At 73, Reagan was, at the time, the oldest person ever to be nominated by a major party for president. 36 years later, in 2020, this record was surpassed by Donald Trump at 74 years old and Joe Biden at 77. The Reagan campaign produced effective television advertising and deftly neutralized concerns regarding Reagan's age. Mondale criticized Reagan's supply-side economic policies and budget deficits. He also called for a nuclear freeze and ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment. Reagan won a landslide re-election victory, carrying 525 electoral votes, 49 states, and 58.8% of the popular vote. Mondale won 13 electoral votes from the District of Columbia, which has always voted overwhelmingly for the Democratic candidate, and his home state of Minnesota by a 0.18% margin. This was the second largest share of the Electoral College since 1820, and the most raw electoral votes ever received by a candidate. This is the last time any candidate won the popular vote by double digits. It is also the most recent election in United States history where both major party presidential and vice presidential candidates are deceased. As of 2020, this marked the last time the Republican nominee carried the states of Hawaii, Massachusetts, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Washington. Meanwhile, West Virginia would not vote Republican again until 2000, Iowa would not vote Republican again until 2004, and Wisconsin has only voted Republican once since, in 2016. As of 2020, this is the only time an incumbent president defeated a former vice president, and it is also the only time a major party presidential candidate defeated both the incumbent president and the latter's former vice president in consecutive presidential elections. This project compresses information gathered from Wikipedia in video format. Why should I watch it? Studies prove that reading while listening improves comprehension, increases speed as well as expands vocabulary and enhances fluency. Provide your feedback on the comments section. Support the channel by subscribing and liking the video, thanks.